Thanks everyone for coming here today. It's a very important week for Port Adelaide Football Club as we launch our Indigenous Guernsey, designed by Elle Campbell. Super excited to recognise Elle and her hard work. And it's also an important week for Port Adelaide Footy Club as we launch the Santos Aboriginal Power Cup on the 27th and 28th. But before I start, I'd like to also acknowledge that the land that we're meeting on today is the traditional lands of the Kaurna people, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. And we also take significance that the land that we're actually meeting on today is a very spiritual place for the Kaurna people, Warwick Paringa Cultural Living Centre as well. So Elle will take some questions and we'll pass it on to her now.
Elle, talk us through the artwork.
So the artwork is of a very special place to me. It's of Kingston Southeast at the burial ground. So Mum sent me some photos and a video one day of some kangaroos coming out through the scrub to go have a dip in the water down at Kingston. So all this side sort of represents all the burial ground, all the dirt, all the soil and everything is represented with the brown colours and the oranges. The black and the red is in representation of the ancestors buried there. All the top half is of the actual beach itself, so the white sands, the blue waters and green for the seaweed, and then the kangaroos through the middle, leaving their path coming through the Aboriginal burial ground.
Tell us a bit about you and your artwork and what inspires you generally.
Yep. So my inspiration generally comes from my nan. She's not with us anymore, but I had a dream one night before I'd ever done any paintings or anything. I had a dream that me and my nan were painting together. Basically that morning I woke up, went down to the shop, got myself an art book, some paint, some paint brushes, and then just started painting, and it's kind of emerged from that.
When was that?
So that was back in 2018, was the first time I ever started painting.
Was this your first artwork?
It wasn't my first, but it was one of the first. I think I'd only done about 2 paintings before that. Yeah.
And what does it mean to have the artwork now on the Guernsey and to be acknowledged today?
It definitely means a lot. I know it would mean a lot to my nan as well. She was a big supporter, so she'll be up there sort of cheering. But yeah, it means quite a lot to me and my family to be able to showcase this, especially during the Indigenous round.
How have you handled the past week? A bit of a whirlwind of emotions.
Yeah. It's been quite overwhelming. I'm not really used to sort of any of this attention or anything, so it has been quite overwhelming. But the way that I've been able to sort of have meetings with Port and get through everything together, it's actually been quite heartwarming to see how much they've helped me through all of this.
And you've been commended actually on how you responded to the student. Can you just say again how you feel towards her today?
Yeah, so like I said in the statement, I have no ill feelings towards her. She made a mistake, she owned up to it straight away, and yeah, the main thing that I wanted to make sure was her health and safety. Obviously social media can be quite a horrible place, so I just hope that she's doing well through this with her family, and yeah, I hope she continues on with her art as well, because we always need to showcase our art.
And you're not looking to make a profit from this, you're hoping the proceeds will go more with the community?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the main things as well is to make sure that all the proceeds from the Guernseys goes back into the Indigenous programs that Port hold.
And where next for you and your artistic career?
So it's kind of blown up a bit with people messaging me asking for paintings. So it's been, like I said, it's been really overwhelming. So I'm hoping to get sort of my Instagram page up and running, which I was kind of in the process of, to sort of showcase all of that. I've done a whole rebrand, I've made a new logo and everything, so I'm hoping it can kind of emerge from that.
How has the club been in the process from when you first raised it, or it was raised? And then
Yeah.
How was it then with Port? How receptive were they?
Yeah, so obviously that night I was in shock and everything. So the first thing in the morning I got in contact with Port. As soon as I had that meeting with them, everything it all went sort of back to normal. So Port's been amazing through this. So yeah, thank you to all you guys.
So you're at a point now where you want to put the confusion behind you and focus on the game. How excited are you to see the players run out with those?
Yeah, definitely. I am sort of happy that this has all it's all sort of worked itself out. It's going to mean quite a big deal to see my design out on the field. All my family's going to be there with me, so yeah, they're all really looking forward to it as well.
Look, I think the artwork is amazing, and Ellie's done an amazing job to tell her story, and it's a pretty cool looking jumper, so I'm sure they'll go out the window pretty quickly. Or out the door, should I say.
Would have won a few Indigenous Guernseys over your time. What does Sir Doug Nichols' round mean to the players and the Indigenous community?
Well, Sir Doug Nichols' round and Indigenous round means an awful lot to the Aboriginal players and Aboriginal people right across the nation. It's the opportunity to celebrate our culture, the Indigenous culture of this country, because it's everyone's culture, and to recognise the amazing contributions the earlier, players they've had to make an easier place for the younger players playing the game today.
How impressed have you been by Elle and the way she's handled herself through this whole process? One with the beautiful design, but also her acceptance of the original student and her promotion of tolerance for her as well.
Yeah, well, Ellie's shown experience beyond her years, the way she's handled this situation. She's been absolutely great, and she should be, applauded for her professionalism and, her new art career. So it's great to showcase her amazing design and her talent. So I'm really happy for her.
How important is it that we do acknowledge Elle with this relaunch today?
Well, it's important to acknowledge Ellie. It's her design, and there's no other way to do it but to acknowledge and showcase her art. And it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I wish I could be out there, wearing it. And I didn't get a chance to wear an Indigenous jumper back in my day. So the players they're very lucky to be able to wear an Indigenous jumper and celebrate their culture playing footy on this particular weekend.
Port Adelaide, our Indigenous programs, I'd love to say it's industry leading our Indigenous programs that we do. So we've got the Santos Aboriginal Power Cup, which originally started in 2008 with 133 students. We're currently sitting over 500 students enrolled in this program with 65 schools. So what it means to the football club is enormous. We service Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students throughout South Australia, and we're really proud of our achievements, and we're also proud of our achievements with getting our young people to complete their SACE, which is really life-changing for them. And some of these young people, it could possibly be the first in their family to complete their SACE. So what we're doing, we like to hope is life-changing at the football club.
So is it not based around footy but more education?
Yeah, 100%. So it's not just all about football. We use football as the vehicle to get our students to school and an engagement program. So the students actually have to have 80% attendance and complete all their assignments up to the football carnival. So yeah, we like to think we do our programs a bit differently at Port Adelaide Footy Club, and we value the education, because we know if a young person is educated in this world and has knowledge, that's very powerful for them.